Hello everyone, and welcome to Orange University. On tonight's episode, Bant Toxic. So I must have missed a memo somewhere because everyone and their grandmother's been playing Toxic decks online for whatever reason. Maybe control has been too overwhelming, too much life gain in the current standard meta that everyone just kind of gave up on burn and decided to go with Toxic instead. So I'm gonna try it out again, and I made a little bit of a change to the old Bant Toxic deck that I was playing with last time. Most of the cards are still the same. I just feel like, if looking at a lot of the deck lists online, that everyone's kind of cutting all the card draws. Everyone's going low to the ground, and everyone started running Serum Snare as a bounce/proliferate, which is kind of funny. I think it might work, but the deck has no card draw. So I'm going to really hope that I go first and I hit the proper draws. And then otherwise, I'll kind of just lose that game. That's kind of the idea of this very low to the ground, very aggressive style of Bant Toxic. Now let's look at the deck list, shall we? I'm going to start moving things to the side to explain a little bit better. We're going to start with the 1-drops, and we're going to have 12 1-drops. 4 Chorus, 4 Skrelv, 4 Rotpriest. So definitely gonna have to hit our 1-drop for this deck to ever work, and we might have to aggressively mulligan for getting 1-drops into our hand. And then after 1-drops, turn 2, we're gonna have to land something good. So there's 3 Jawbone Duelists in the deck. This is a very good card for Toxic deck because we get double strike, we get Toxic, so we doubled our Toxic. We can put a Skrelv on, and that one attack will be 4 Toxic, 4 poison counters, right? And that's actually really, really good, but opponents know that. They know how to remove the Jawbone Duelist. They know to kill it right away. So I don't want to hope too much on put too much hope rather on just the Duelist itself. I also run 4 Skrelv's Hive. This is a very good card because we should be able to get our opponent corrupted pretty quickly to give us lifelink. And if we can't get them corrupted by that point, we're going to lose that game anyways. Then on the 3-drop, we just got the Annex Sentry as the pseudo Brutal Cathar of the deck. So that's kind of all the Toxic package. The rest of the deck is Protection/Proliferate. So we're going to have 2 Fading Hope and 2 Tamiyo's Safekeeping to protect our Rotpriest or our Jawbone Duelist if we need to. We also have 1 March of Swirling Mist, and this looks like a protection spell, but it's actually a mass poison spell. So if we have, let's say, 3 creatures on board, one of them being a Rotpriest, we can just exile a blue card in our hand, pay 2 mana, target all 3 of them to phase them out, and guess what? Our opponent gets 3 poison counters. Now, if we have 2 Rotpriests and we can target it like that, the opponent will get 6. That's insanely good, right? And that's why March of the Swirling Mist is always a back-breaking combo with the Venerated Rotpriest, and that's why almost all Toxic deck try to run this Simic combo. And in the 2-drop, we also have 1 counterspell in terms of Bring the Ending, which is just make this appear, but better if our opponent is corrupted. And we also have 4 Serum Snare, the bounce that keeps on giving. We proliferate as well as bounce our opponent's things. So that's kind of the entire package when it comes to removal/protection. Then let's look at the lands, right? We are a Toxic deck. We're very short on the curve, so we're going to run 22 lands only. I have 1 Eiganjo. That's kind of a swap of the old deck where we're going to have these channel lands. These are ability lands that we might be able to utilize. Probably not because that's really slow. I also have 1 Pling and 1 Island. And they're in the deck really just in case we get basic checked. I don't want to get basic checked. So you can see that this deck doesn't run that much green, so we don't need that much green mana. And so that what we're going to have is 3 Adarkar Wastes, 3 Seachrome Coast for the blue-white lands, 3 Razorverge Thicket, and 3 Yavimaya Coast for the green white land, or the green white and green blue lands. And then we have it's gonna get a little bit messy, so let me put that all together here, or not. It won't let me do that. Let's put that all together here, and then we're gonna have the most important lands in the deck. The 3 Mirrex and the 3 Sea-Cores. Mirrex makes mites that eventually will push our opponent out, and the Sea-Core basically help pump our 1/1 creatures whenever our opponent gets corrupted, but also help us cast spells like Rotpriest, even though if we don't have any green on board. That's kind of the idea of the deck. If you're a little bit hesitant on the lack of green in the mana base, you can also cut the Tamiyo Safekeeping and just run more Fading Hope. That also works, which is what I see in a lot of deck lists. But I really like Tamiyo Safekeeping, is keeping our creature on board and still giving that tempo advantage. So that's where I have the two split. That's the whole deck list. Let's go try out this Bant Toxic and see if I can actually pull off Toxic this time. I feel like historically, and not playing historic, I just mean historically, whenever I play Toxic, I get to 9 not 10, and then I start crying in the corner. Let's hope that doesn't happen again. By the way, as I was playing today, I think the Arena just released the Alchemy of Ixalan. Does anyone still play Alchemy? Has anyone even tried Alchemy? Because that's a format that I think most people would not touch with a 10-foot pole. All right, opponent goes first. Oh boy, that's not good. All right, well, opponent goes first, and we have 1 drops, which is what I wanted. I am gonna keep, but yikes. Okay, so guess we'll start with the Rotpriest. The bats. All right, what are you gonna target? Probably the Hive. That's what I would take, but our opponent. Oh no, it doesn't take the Hive. Big mistake. So doesn't want to take the Hive. We'll go for the attack. You want to get poisoned? He gets poisoned. All right. So if that's the case, he's got 3 mana next turn. Will he wipe the board with 3 mana? Should I play a 2-drop or play 2 3-drops? Or should I play a 2-drop or 2 1-drops? He gets. All right. So this deck probably runs cards like Path of Peril, which I don't want to get perilled on. I think Skrelv's Hive will kind of counter that to some extent. Alright, you get to draw a card. Good job. Now we get the Seacore. They're not corrupted, so the Seacore won't do much. But I could Annex Sentry the Praetor. I mean, he saw this. Does he not? Did he not see this? That's a mana value of 3 or less. And now we have. If we draw a land, we can auto aura. If we don't draw a land, we can just kind of go in for the attack or something. We'll see. Because Path of Peril does not get the Annex Sentry anymore. Oh boy. That's a big thing, right? That's a big thing. So, he's not corrupted. And attacking here would just lose my creature. I don't want to do that. I will play a Skrelv. And I'm not going to attack. I can hold back for 1 turn. If he wants to attack just with the bat, that's fine. Alright, he used Destroy Evil. You get a poison first. We'll march the Rotpriest as well, or march the Skrelv. I don't think you can kill the Skrelv as easily, so let's march that. That is a lot. Alright, so if we attack here, this is 1, 2, 3. We could Skrelv our Rotpriest, but I don't think I want to do that. He's at 5. Blocks 1, takes the other. Alright, do we double Hive? Will he farewell me with that deck? That is questionable, but let's... That is questionable what I should do here, huh? Well, I could have gotten to 8. I probably should have done that with the Skrelv, but he could have something on in response. So... I don't know. It looks like a creature deck, so I don't know if they'll run Farewell with the Preacher. Okay, they don't. We got him. Huh. So yeah, if they had like a Farewell or a Sunfall, that would have hurt a lot, but they didn't. Of course, if they're playing that kind of deck, they wouldn't have as many creatures on board, and we would have gotten poisoned a little bit faster. Bant Toxic getting it done. Alright, let's see who our next opponent is. Going to be Foxy Foreign. Foxy Foreign. But you look like Tezzeret, so no thanks. Tezzeret's not my daddy. Alright, so I guess we are gonna chorus first. Opponent still goes first. I hate it with a passion. Alright, they got removal. Well, that changes my play a little bit. Blackcliff Cleaves. No removal in turn 1. So there's some form of a Rakdos deck. Resistance. Alright, take 1 poison. Now take 2 poison. I mean, they could probably have removal for more Rotpriest, but at least I pushed them back a little bit so that we can start Skrelving or Skrelv Hiving. And Rakdos does not have a good time fighting against enchantments. March is very good, but they're gonna have a lot of removal to fight that, unfortunately. They are corrupted, right? Yeah, I mean, I guess this doesn't matter as much. So we show a blue mana. They might think that we have a protection spell for the chorus, but really it's a March, which is not a protection spell. They're holding up 4 mana for something. The lands, though. The lands are not good. I don't want to draw any more lands. Fading Hope. Completely pointless at this point. Does make me think whether I should have held back on a Rotpriest early game. Or at least the second one. And just play Skrelv's Hive. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know which would have been the better play. But I'm gonna hold back for now. I could have pumped the Seacore, but I think I'm trying to get the Toxic in, so for now, I will hold back. It's probably gonna use Big Score, right? Yeah, there it is. Big Score, tosses Cavern. Maybe they'll put a Tally. That's not a very good creature to play against this deck. But you never know. This is also the problem I face with a lot of times I play Toxic, is that I don't get the cards I need. What is he doing? Oh, summoning devils. We'll bounce a devil. Yeah, I don't want that. Another March. I also don't want that. So I guess we'll attack. See where the devil's going. Where's that 1 damage going? I guess I could have marched the devils and then got him to 2. Or got him with 2 more. That might have been a good play. I'm not sure. I mean, if I marched it, that would have taken up my whole turn. I wouldn't be able to march on the second time. Whereas in now, I might be able to if he plays nothing into the board here. What did I top deck? Oh, another march, yeah. That's... Oh, it's gonna kill my Seacore. I mean, sure. Filter out my deck a little bit, and I get my basics. I'll get a basic white. Don't like it, but it has to be done. Sure, what chapter are you going to read? Chapter 2? Alright, search for a card. He's going to try to reanimate nothing. My Rotpriest, maybe? I wonder what the plan is. Well, I'll get a C-Core anyways. Alright, so I can march that. Attack for 2. He'll be at 7. Right, and I wonder what he looked up anyways. Do I want to use the march right now? Because the C-Core basically protects one of my creatures already. And getting him to 7, I don't know how useful that would be. Because he did get a card. But the march is kind of pointless. Alright, so I'm going to hope for an Annex Sentry. Oh man, I don't like top decking lands. I gotta say, I don't like top decking lands. But you get my Rotpriest. He's gonna burn a Carnosaur just to deal that 1 damage. Alright, let's see if he has another burn. He's gonna reanimate the Carnosaur with Cruelty. That makes sense. Big score? Alright, that's a lot of mana for him. It's pretty cool. I mean, I like Rakdos Discover, right? So it's a cool deck. And I mean, I wouldn't say he's not doing a good job, but he is getting very lucky with me drawing these cards. 22 lands in the deck. I've drawn like 6 of them already. 7 of them. Yeesh. Alright, well, what else is coming? Sunken Citadel. This is to add 2 mana. Huh. He's using the Field of Ruin like that. The Iron Crack? Alright. We can give him to 7 next turn. I don't know how much that is worth. But something big is happening. A Skrelv. Play a Skrelv. Hopefully he has no burn, and then we'll try to capitalize that on in 1 turn. Who knows, right? Who knows? He's got 4 mana. Maybe he has another big score in his hand. He has something else. He's got 5 mana. He could have a lot of things happening with 5 mana. Bitter Triumph on the Crawling Course. That's... okay. That's not what I would have done. That's the last thing I would have done. I'm gonna top deck a land here. Just you watch. Chandra? Yes.
Stopping tyrants like you is kind of my thing.
If it's -2, I think I can handle, or -1 probably. If it's +2 or +1, I don't know what I'm gonna fight against. But right now the March might be able to help. 1, 2, 3, 4. He has a response. Let's hope that response is just a Field of Ruin. Because anything else... oh, we got him! We got him! So yeah, the Carnosaur does not face back in until his untap. I had 3 creatures facing back in on my side, and he's at 7, so he'll die. That's kind of the idea. Next opponent. Alright, we're playing against Rex-chan. I wonder if our opponent's gonna play Dinosaur. We get to go first! For the first time in 1,000 decades. Hello. Let's just start with the Rotpriest. It's probably better to start with the Chorus, but since we're going first, there's a chance our opponent does not have removal. And that makes this all the more enticing, I think. Like, there's a chance. They can probably start throwing out Go for the Throats, but with the Rotpriest on board, Go for the Throat's gonna hurt a lot. See? That is not what they wanted to remove there. And now our Duelist is dueling them. They're at 4. I hope there's no Path of Peril or I'm gonna start crying. So, here's another Duelist. The Crawling Chorus. No blue here, so it doesn't matter. I don't have to hold up a counterspell. If I had blue there, I probably would have played a Chorus and just waited. Sure. Gain that life. I think he's dead. Is he dead? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Not quite dead, huh? We'll discard Bring the Ending. 1, 2, 9. Just quit. That was overwhelming. Going first though, getting a Rotpriest down on first was, oof, all that and more. Also, I could have not used the removal as well. I could have just attacked with the 2/1/1s, first striker, and then whichever one the Graveyard Trespasser tries to block, I could have pumped it with the C-Core, and that would have been a 3/2 first strike or double striker, so they would not have been able to block that. I think that was their plan, and then try to kind of come back from that with more removal. But if we remove it, they would get pumped all the way to 9 poison, and any Proliferate would have killed them. Or just playing a Rotpriest would probably kill them, because they most of the black removals are going to be targeted, and that's not going to help. All right, now we're going to play against Puppy Albert. Oh no, he's a puppy. Opponent goes first. We got 1 Rotpriest, and then no blue with a bunch of blue cards. Can I keep this hand? It's kind of scary, isn't it? I guess I'll try to draw a blue. There's no card draw in the deck, and if I don't draw blue, I'm going to lose. But this is Rotpriest. You know what? I got a mulligan. That felt bad. Okay, so that's what happened when I mulligan. Now I have 1 land. I got to draw another land, and it has to be a white land. Mulligan to 5. Mulligan to 5. All right. Put away all the blue cards. Barely any blue mana. It's fine. It's fine. Blue turn 1. Here's a Rotpriest. Alright, it's mono blue. Fading Hope, you get a poison right away. You sure you want to do that? So he's hoping to counter. Pass turn. Yep. Alright, so we're going to play Skrelv first. And then the Rotpriest. You want to counter the Skrelv? And then the Rotpriest. I mean, is he gonna have anything that flashes in and blocks the Rotpriest in a way that makes me unhappy? Just remember, we mow down to 5 this game, so we'll see what actually happens. Alright, so no, should I play the Skrelv first? We'll probably counter a Skrelv, right? Consider? Yeah, you consider your choices. I don't get much choice here. You want to spell stutter this too? Looks like a fairy deck. Mono blue fairies? No, just gonna mill himself. Alright. Mill yourself into a fairy. Here's another Rotpriest. Good luck. Maybe he's gonna play a Jin and hope that he wins that way. No. Pickpocket Prankster. Lock Prankster? Lockpick Prankster. Lock Pickpocket. I don't know. Whatever. Let's see. Jawbone Duelist is real good. And then I can protect it with the Skrelv. Skrelv Hive is real good. And then once I can get to... They're all real good, and that's a problem, right? I guess Skrelv Hive is better because I can make him poisoned right now with the Skrelv, and then he has to target something. Actually, no. You know what? The Duelist is better because I can just win next turn. 1, 2, this is 4, right? I can get to 3. I don't win, but if he doesn't play anything, he's gonna take a buttload of damage. All right, so let's do it. Let's do it this way. Blue. Take 2. I'll give him 4. I forgot that Skrelv gives an extra toxic here. So, a Tolarian Terror. Alright, well, sure. How very terrible. You gonna bounce my Duelist? You didn't bounce my Duelist. So, will you counter the Skrelv Hive? You will counter the Skrelv Hive. Nice negates. Let's get blue. Just attack with this. Alright, anything that targets my creature, he will die. Sleight of hand. I don't think he can deal 12 damage this turn. And he can't kill Skrelv without targeting, so Skrelv will do the thing. Good luck. Mono blue. Yes, you got a Jin. So scary. Good game. You don't even deserve an emo. Stop playing mono blue. That deck is just... I hate it so much. Not because of, you know, how cheap or how trash it is. It's just... when you play a deck that's inconsistent like that, where... I don't know. It just feels like every time I play it, it does not perform in the way that you expect it to. You either draw Jin with no spells, or you draw all spells with no Jin, and then you hate that game. Alright, so that is the Bant Toxic deck. Did we win every game? Oh my. That Bant Toxic, boys and girls. That imagine a deck that is this, you know, low to the ground. There's almost no rares in here. Is Rotpriest even a rare? Okay, the Rotpriest is a rare. The Skrelv is a rare, and then the March is a rare. Is that it? I think the Skrelv Hive is a rare. Yeah. There's no mythic. Oh, and then these lands are rares. There are no mythics. No mythics in the deck at all. And it is oh so beautiful that how we overrun all of our opponent, no matter what they are. Right? Mono black, mono blue, some sort of control deck, some sort of aggro deck, Esper Legends. I think I fought an Esper sort of mid-range deck. Didn't matter, right? Just get overrun by Toxic, because you get to 10 and they die. You try to gain life, it doesn't matter at all. Beautiful deck. And I highly recommend it if you want to just you know, get some quick wins under your belt and have fun time just overrunning your opponent. That's all I got for you today. Thank you very much for joining me, and I will see you guys next time.